JJ Jinx!
Truck stop!
It's time for another Smoky Mountain Knife Works Officer's Care package. I'm going to use the knife that I liked the most from last month to open this one. You can see the video I made about all the knives from last month in order to get my thoughts on this one. But yeah, I like this knife quite a lot, but I'm ready for something more. So, it's July. It was like the hottest month in the history of the planet. So, this month, I'm kind of hoping that we get a little more quality over quantity. Now, don't get me wrong. I do like quantity over quality sometimes. I mean, I am a Bud K expat. But after experiencing that a couple of times in a row, I think, from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, I'm ready for something different. I'd also like to see some non-knife gear and swag and whatever, because last month there was just a ton of knives, which again, I love, but you know, it's kind of like eating something that tastes great every day for a week, and then it's like, I kind of want something else, even if it's mediocre. I don't care. Let's do it. Here's your peek. Let's go one by one. The obligatory paper. Well, here's something that jumped out at me right away. it's the Sasquatch sticker, except it's on a bar of soap. Clean fun for dirty dudes. Just don't drop the soap. Ah, prison rape jokes. Excellent. Triple milled, enriched with shea butter, virgin olive oil, and cocoa butter. Yeah, it's a little bar of soap. Well, I said I wanted to see some non-knife stuff, and they've already delivered. I love this. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use it. I just like the novelty of it, that they put their own logo on it. That's cool. This is going to go on my Sasquatch shelf. Yes, I have a Sasquatch shelf. This one also looked familiar. It's another Condor knife, just like that cleaver from last month. But this box is a hell of a lot smaller. If I remember, these knives were made in, I think, Central America, South America, like San Salvador or something like that. Ooh, it's a neck knife. Well, here we have the goofy-looking Condor logo on a nice sheath with grease. Look at that. It's a double ground dagger. Oh, the knife condom fell off. Well, I'm going to put it back on just so I can do the obligatory... Bink! Oh, check it out. The knife condom has a brand name on it. I might have to keep this one. Got another Condor sticker to add to my collection of stickers. Oh, the company was actually founded in Solingen back in the 1700s. I don't know why I thought Central America. Anyway, let's talk about the knife. Well, it's a double ground neck knife dagger thing. So obviously it's a full tang knife with one of those, you know, handles that are wrapped in string. Let's see how it fits in here. Ooh, that made a neat sound. And every time you dip it in, you get a fresh coat of oil. How about that? It's like a dipstick. Neck knife from Condor Knives. Well, let's get through the stickers. We got a what looks like a Starbucks sticker, but it's actually a mermaid coming at you with a couple of knives, and she looks pretty mad. That's kind of funny. I wonder, like, if I were to, I don't know, put this on my bumper of my car or something, if anyone would ever actually notice? Or is the Starbucks logo so ubiquitous and recognizable that no one would give it a second glance? Oh, well, this looks like the Friends logo, but it says knives. I never actually watched Friends, but I know it's like super popular, especially with my generation. This sticker might inspire me to give it a go. So this is one of those stickers you see. I see them all the time on cars where it's like a white circle with random letters in it, and I never actually know what that means. But this one, I think, means knife. Wonder if anybody would question that too. All right. Gonna give Smith & Wesson another go, I suppose. There's a picture of the knife on the cardboard that I didn't even notice because it's like black on black. It looks pretty real too. Like I could almost pick it up. So this is from their M&P line. It's the Bodyguard. Okay, Condor, let's see what you got. Ugh. Oh, I almost put my thumb right on the edge to make it go. Not a good idea. I guess these dagger knives aren't really made for slicing. Oh, come on. It doesn't cut very well. Got it. Well, my first experience with the Condor knife was interesting. It's definitely a stabby knife. Well, this is a liner-locked knife. The action feels pretty smooth. The centering is pretty good. Pocket clip is tight but not too tight. It's deep carry. It's got a flipper tab. Let's see how it opens. Yeah, a little bit of wrist action is all you need. It's not open assisted, but it does need that wrist flick. It's a good size too. Not too big, not too small. The dripping is nice. Well, I mean, it's there. I don't want to judge it too quickly because my experience with these knives is that I find something bad about them at some point. Well, I predict that I will have a very mediocre experience with this knife and then say that that's a good thing because that's pretty much all you can really get out of a Smith & Wesson knife anymore, especially from the M&P series. I'm hoping for one of their knives to come along and prove me wrong. Will it be this one? Only time will tell. Might as well open the other Smith & Wesson knife. This is not an M&P. Really? It looks exactly like the one from last month, just a different color. Oh, just when I thought I got rid of it, it pulled me back in. Yeah, the black one was from last month. This one's just a different finish. So, if you didn't watch the video review of last month's knives, this one was not put together correctly. The spacers are not seated correctly, and the screws are mangled, and one of them is broken off. Let's see how they did with this one. Well, this one appears to be put together right, so already it's off to a good start, or at least a better one. But I feel like I don't even have to carry this one. I already kind of know that I'm not going to like it because it doesn't have thumb studs or a flipper tab, and if you're going to carry a knife that you need to open with a thumb nick, you might as well get a classic folder, right? But this one is already leaps and bounds better in quality than the black one. So it's just, a different color of the same knife. What the hell, I'll give it a try. It's properly constructed this time, so the action's pretty good. It'd be nice if I could flip it. It's got Teflon spacers. Like, why bother putting spacers, like slippery spacers in if you're not going to be able to flip it, Or maybe I can. If I can flick it like this might not end well. I'm not going to bother trying. I will hurt myself. It is quantity over quality again, but I haven't finished going through the box. I'm just going to go right for the Spyderco. Spyderco is probably one of my favorite brands for lots of reasons, but let's just jump into it. Really? We got one of these before too. It's the Tenacious Lightweight in black. I think the last one I got was not in black. It was a satin blade. Well, the handle was black, or the scales, rather. I do love the Tenacious. The Tenacious is one of my favorite Spyderco knives. But yeah, we kind of already got one of these before. I mean, I'm not too disappointed. The Tenacious is a great knife. The lightweight version is awesome. And I don't have too many Spyderco knives with a black finish on the blade. But in the end, it's just another Tenacious. Not sure what I was expecting, though. It's one of the cheaper Spyderco knives, and if they were going to put like a PM2 or something in here, it would not be part of the Officer's Club box, I don't think. I got another piece of non-knife swag. It's a Benchmade glasses cleaner kind of cloth thing. I'm actually happy with this. I have another one now. I can throw it down right there. Be nice if we had a Benchmade knife in this box, too. Got another little buck knife. My experience with last knife's little buck knife, it was the like micro bantam or mini bantam, was very good. So maybe I'll get another experience with a neat little... What? That looks great. It's a freaking rattlesnake kind of skin. Wow. Was not expecting that. Ooh, it's got like a, not a half stop, but a quarter stop. Okay, well, it's a buck backlock knife, stone-washed satin finish. Kind of an interesting screw arrangement on the pocket clip. Okay, well, it just seems like a cheap, mediocre buck. But I'm okay with it because I generally have good experiences with these kinds of knives. Now it's got an interesting swedge on it as well. Oh, it's a bantam. Actually, I knew that. Well, I got a full-size bantam to go with the mini one now. Yeah, that pattern was really breathtaking. I was like, oh, that's different. Different is good. And then we arrive at the Rough Rider knife. The Rough Rider knife was best in show last month, in my opinion. Not sure. Tenacious is going to be a bit hard to beat. But let's see what we have. Oh, wow. Neat. It's like a black and blue micarta scaled hawkbill, perhaps? No, it is not a hawkbill. It's a Warncliffe. I think I'm going to like this knife. It kind of reminds me of, like, what's that brand that's really popular right now? Pina, or QSP. You know, the classic folders are coming back, baby. We got brass liners. Very, very well put together. I don't see any gaps. I'm not sure if I like the grind. Check that out way out at the tip there. It's a bit blunt. Not sure how I feel about it. But that's okay. It just needs to cut well. If I need something that stabs, I can use the Condor knife. The overall shape is interesting, too, because you got the Warncliffe that's kind of like guiding your eye down that way, but the handle's kind of upswept a little bit going the other way. I've never owned a knife quite like this, but I'm glad I do now. It does have the half stop. The action feels a little rough. You can maybe hear it. No. Yeah, it's like there's grit in there a little bit. Maybe that'll go away in time. Ooh, nice snap. Right, let's find out more. I was thinking, it's almost been a year since I've started getting these. Maybe I should upgrade to the General's box. I don't know. There are a couple of knives that I regret not getting from that, like the Hogue Deca. I would have loved to have gotten that. There were a couple of Benchmade knives that, I don't know, they're kind of going through a rough patch with their quality control lately, but still, I do like Benchmade. Alright, enough about that. This comes to us from Captain Tomahawk in the GI box. The Buck Model 285 Bantam Viper. Yes, that's what I meant. Viper, not a rattlesnake. Features a very specific blade length of 3.13 inches. It's 420 HC. Synthetic snake skin handles. Well, now I feel ripped off. Synthetic. And yes, this is Buck's ultra budget line. It was only $15. This is simply called a work knife in denim micarta, 7CR17 MOV. So yeah, basically a 420 or 440 equivalent. And it's got your usual accoutrements: nickel silver pins, brass liners. $17 from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. You know, for a Rough Rider knife, that's about on par with a lot of their other prices. So, I have high hopes for this one. Then we get the Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard, coming in at $8.22. It's got 8CR13 MOV, so, yep, a 440 equivalent, I would say. Glass-filled nylon. Yeah, $8.22. I have low hopes for them. Well, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance. You never know. This one's called the OPS Liner Lock. The OPS Liner Lock. It's only $5.99. I mean, your expectations have to be, adjusted according to the price, in my opinion. It's got the same blade steel as this one. 7CR17 MOV. I don't think you'd be able to really tell the difference between it and the other 440 equivalents. I do like the spacing they've got here. It says Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops Liner Lock. It's like somebody hit shift return right there, right? Oh, yes. And then we get the Sasquatch Soap Bar. A trace of gentle scrubbing bits to create a luxurious deep cleaning lather. $4.99. Smells like any generic soap I've ever smelt, but that's okay. The Tenacious lightweight in all black came in the Officers Club box. $49.99, which is on the higher end for a Tenacious. I mean, you can get them at Walmart for 30 or 40 bucks. But not the lightweight version, I don't think. So, the last time I got the Tenacious lightweight, I just cleaned up and sharpened my old Tenacious that I bought like 4 years ago and carried for a couple of years. Because I didn't want to, put wear and tear on a brand new Tenacious lightweight. But now that I got another one, I'm going to beat the fuck out of this one and see what happens. Also from the Officer's package is this Condor, they're calling it a Neck Gladius. The steel type is 1075, so that's why it's got so much grease on it. Only weighs 2.12 ounces. Comes with its black Kydex sheath. $46.73. It's almost as much as the Tenacious. Why do they charge so much for these? I mean, they're mediocre finish at best. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe Condor is just like a super great brand that I'm not really being fair to. I don't know. Let's find out what we would have gotten in the General's box. A ZT. See, I really should upgrade, shouldn't I? Model 0357 with a working finish? What does that mean? It's an assisted flipper with a speed-safe system, black G10 handles, ambidextrous deep carry pocket clip, lanyard hole, CPM 20 CV steel. That's what you're paying for. $148 from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I actually don't own any ZT knives. They're pretty expensive. I know they're like super high end or whatever, but yeah, I just never got around to getting one. And if I had upgraded to the General's box for $100, I would have gotten a $148 knife. That's a pretty good value. Did we get another quantity over quality box this month? Half and half. I can't complain about the Spyderco knife. The Condor Knife is apparently, well, it's expensive. Doesn't mean it's good. Guess we'll find out. Just because I'm so familiar with the Tenacious, I've got a feeling that the Rough Rider knife might steal the show again this month. We'll find out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Now I must bathe.